What's up guys, this is Steve from Android Night, and as some of you may know, I'm going into my third year of uni, so I thought I'd make a list of my top 10 apps that I use at university, sort of the ones I wish I'd had when I first started, the ones that are most useful. So without further ado, here are my top 10 apps for students 2015. Now the first app we're going to look at is Evernote. I haven't used Evernote until the last sort of like 3 or 4 months. It's definitely the best app as far as like sorting stuff out, having all of your documents, all of your notes, all your lecture notes, all your essays and stuff in one place. Within the app you make notebooks for all your stuff, and you can then convert those notebooks into stacks. So for example, you can have a stack for a certain lecture topic, and then within that stack you can have different notebooks for different lectures you've gone into, and then within those notebooks you've got different notes. One of the cool things it does is allows you to scan text documents. So if you've taken notes down by hand or you've got an essay written by hand, you can scan it in and it will save it into Evernote for you. The other cool thing with that is it's then got software which will scan that handwriting, or say it's like a printed out piece of paper, it will scan that text and you can then search that text within Evernote. If you also use it on your laptop, it's got a really nice set of tools for annotating your work, so you can do things like highlighting and writing notes on top of your stuff. It also automatically syncs across platforms, so you can use it on your tablet, your phone, your laptop, whatever you want, and all your stuff will just be there for you. Next up we have Google Photos. Now if you're a student or you're sort of any age really and you take a lot of photos, you know it can be very difficult to find them, to search through them, just to sort of back them up and stuff like that. If you use Google Photos, all of your stuff will automatically be backed up when you take them. No one else can see those photos, they're private to you, but they'll all be saved there and you can delete them if you want, but they'll all be in the cloud, so nothing will happen to them. It's also really powerful in terms of search. You can search for different colours, for faces, things like glasses. You can search for dog and it'll pick up all the photos you've got of dogs. It's really, really cool. It's slightly creepy, but also pretty intelligent at the same time. It's also got some editing features built in, and it's just a very nice, very well-rounded way of saving all of your photos and being able to find them very, very quickly. Next up we have PushBullet, and this sends notification stuff from your phone to your laptop or your MacBook. This is really useful if you're sitting in a lecture or a class or something and you can't use your phone. If you've got it in your pocket and you feel it vibrate, you've got no idea what that message is, but if you have your laptop up and you're taking notes, this will pop up in your laptop, give you a little preview of the message, and also allow you to reply. You can also use it as kind of like a newsfeed thing. So for example, whenever the oatmeal updates its website, I get a little push to my laptop and to my phone telling me that they've updated it. So it's a good way of sort of keeping up to date with the stuff you want to know about. Next up we have BlueLight Filter. This app changes the color saturation and brightness of your screen. This is really useful if you're, say, in a dorm room, if you're just moving into college or university and you're sharing a room. If you want to be able to use your phone at night without disturbing your roommates, this will cut down the amount of light coming off your screen, so you can text or read or do whatever you need to do on your phone without disturbing them. It's also a good way to save extra battery life, so if you are in an environment where you don't need the backlight on particularly strong, say you're in a dark room or like a dark coach at night, you can turn this on and it will save battery and also not annoy the people around you, which is great. Another use for this is kind of like as a stealth mode. If you're in a class or a lecture, you can turn this on and your phone will give off a lot less light, so it's much less easy for a teacher to see that you're using it. So if you want to have it on your desk or something in a lecture and be checking notes or whatever you want to do, texting people, this will make it a little bit harder for people to be able to know what you're doing. Next up is a banking app. For me, this is RBS. I'm not going to show you the app because it's got all my details and stuff in it, but basically a banking app will let you do mobile banking on the go, so you can send money to people, you can receive money off people, you can pay for stuff. If you're just going to university, you'll realise quickly how useful this is. You're always buying like rounds or food and someone hasn't got their card or someone hasn't got cash. Being able to access your bank account quickly and see all the details on it, be able to send money and stuff is pretty much invaluable. And pretty much every bank now should have a bank app, so if you haven't installed your bank's app to your phone, I highly recommend that you do. Next up we've got Remote Desktop, which allows you to control your laptop or your PC or your MacBook or whatever computer you have just using Chrome and your phone. This is super useful if you do some work and leave it on your laptop and you're like, oh shit, I haven't put it on a memory stick. This allows you to access your computer and then you can email it to yourself or add it to your Google Drive or Evernote or something from your phone. It's also just really useful if you've got a setup in your room where you're playing stuff off the laptop onto a TV, or if you're just using your computer on the other side of the room as a monitor. This allows you to, say, sit in bed and change what you're watching, or you can change the music and stuff like that using this app. Next up is Sleep Better, which I've talked about in a few videos. This is probably my favourite alarm app. It basically wakes you up during a period of non-deep sleep. So you've got deep sleep cycles and light sleep cycles. This will wake you up and you're supposed to feel more refreshed and invigorated and stuff like that. It does seem to work. Could be a placebo effect, could not be. And if you do need an alarm app, Sleep Better is the one I would recommend. And if you're going into university or college or whatever, you'll realise pretty quickly that sleep is quite important. Next up we have Spotify, which for me is the best way to listen to music. One of the awesome things you can do is use your phone on Spotify as a remote for the Spotify on your laptop. So if you plug Spotify on your laptop into, say, speakers, you can then change all the playlists, you can mess around, do the volume and stuff using your phone. You never have to touch the computer. But if you just want something to be able to listen to music and zone out, I think Spotify is probably the best service out there. Next up, we've got UnClouded. This is an app which will let you manage all your different cloud storage accounts. Now, most people have like a Dropbox account and a Google Drive account and God knows what else. This will aggregate all of those together into one place. It then allows you to delete things like duplicates across cloud storage accounts. It will let you see what's taking up all the space, whether you've got loads of photos in your Dropbox, your Google Drive, stuff like that. It's a really nice way of being able to see all of that information in one go. And the final app on this list is AnyDO. This I've talked about again in a couple of other videos. It's my favourite to-do list manager kind of thing. I just use it as a daily to-do list. In the morning you can wake up and you get a little nice display of all the stuff you've said you're going to do that day or in the next couple of weeks. And you can say you're going to do it that day or the afternoon, or you can sort of prolong it. It's a really nice way of becoming a little bit more organised and seeing everything you need to do in one place. There are other alternatives like Wunderlist and stuff like that, but I just find AnyDO the easiest. It's got a nice Chrome app as well, so I use it on my laptop, and it's a really good way of just knowing what you need to do and when you need to do it. And if you're as disorganised as I am, you know that's a really good thing to have sort of on your phone and on your laptop. So there you go, guys. Those are my top 10 apps for students 2015. Let me know in the comments below if there's any apps you think I should be using. Let me know if you guys are off to uni this year or off to college or whatever it is, wherever you are from. Hope that all goes well for you. Please hit the like button Please hit the like button if you've enjoyed this video. Please subscribe if you haven't seen me before, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.